Hi, this is Pranav Achanta from Informatica Support, and in this video KB, I'll be explaining to you how to use the REST consumer transformation to parse extremely complex responses. So the agenda for this video is to set up the schema for a complex JSON response and then use the REST Web Services consumer to make a GET call and parse the above response. So the example response that I'll be using here today is from a Google Maps API. As you can see, it's a fairly complex response. We will try to use this response and build a schema and try to parse it. If you have followed my previous KBs, video KBs, by now you would have realized how to set the logging level in verbose data mode and see the XML response that the REST Web Consumer Transformation gets by converting the JSON into XML from the verbose data log, and copy that response into a file and then use that sample file to create a schema. So I've already done those steps for the response that I've just shown you, and this is the schema. So at this point I will create a new REST Web Consumer Transformation. I'll name it complex. The HTTP method is still get. The input is not applicable, and it is here where we will try to see how we can parse complex responses. So I've just moved from create as empty option to create an element from a schema object. So I will select the schema object that I've just shown you in the previous screen. So it still starts with an XML root, as an XML requires a root element and the JSON does not have. The tool will make the root element as XML root. So this has the entire structure of the JSON response that I've shown you in the beginning. So let's go to output mapping. Here's where we need to do a couple of additional steps to get all the fields that you require. So as you can see, on the right you do not have all the elements. On the port side you do not have all the elements that you have in the output definition. So the REST Web, so the developer tool, how it does is, it will add all the elements under the root element which do not have children of themselves to the right. So as you can see, the results, under results, there are the three elements which do not have children of their own, which is formatted address, types, and place ID. So those have been added already to the ports. But for elements which are themselves complex and have children of their own, you have to add them manually as separate groups. So in this example, what I'm doing is I will add the geometry to the right, and I'll relate this new group to the results group, and then it'll ask me, I found these many singly occurring nodes in the node, should I add all of these? You say yes. So as you can see, there is one singly occurring element under geometry, and that got added automatically. But geometry itself has a couple of other nodes which have children of their own, like viewport. So I add these and I relate these new group to geometry, and I say okay. And in this fashion you add all the elements that you want onto the port side so that you can parse them. So once you connect all the ports, the output mapping should look something like this. So let's go to data viewer and run our mapping. So as you can see, based on the schema that we have defined from the sample file, the REST consumer has parsed the data. We would love to hear from you. You can contact us at supportvideos@informatica.com or on our Twitter handle infosupport. Thank you very much.